Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Okay, so what we're unpacking today, it's a really fascinating idea, something we think is custom tailored for you, our listener. And, our goal is always to try and cut through the noise, save you some time, and maybe spark one of those aha moments.
Those are the best kind.
Exactly. So today we're diving into some excerpts from the Stutter and Other Strengths by Pablo Mera.
Right.
And he shares this central revelation, this powerful, well, it seems simple, this insight that apparently hit him in a really vivid dream.
Almost cinematic, he calls it.
Yeah, cinematic.
Yeah.
And it was a thought so strong, he just knew, okay, I have to put this out there.
And at its heart,
It's really about how our perceived weaknesses, the things we think hold us back, can almost organically lead to surprising strengths, like a shortcut to understanding resilience.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is how Mera tackles this concept. Because, on the surface, weakness leading to strength, okay, maybe that sounds straightforward.
You can sort of nod along.
But he just imbues it with such profound personal meaning. And the way he introduces himself, it's brilliant.
Well, tell us, how does he introduce himself?
He says he's like a rugby man, blood group A plus A stutterer, and a great admirer of both Metallica and Oasis.
That's wonderfully specific.
Isn't it? It's almost quirky, but it immediately makes you feel like, okay, I get a sense of this guy. It humanizes him instantly.
It really does. And it completely grounds the idea in something very human, very relatable, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So he's not just like laying out some abstract theory. He's taking us on his own journey.
A personal journey of discovery.
So what was his motivation? Why did he feel the need to share this dream insight?
Well, that's key, I think, to why this deep dive is so relevant for you listening. He writes, and this is a direct quote.
Okay.
He writes, "So that some small part of what I have learned through countless stumbles might serve another soul, or at the very least to serve as a record that one can live with all of these burdens and still, against all odds, continue to dream."
Wow. That's quite something. He's basically sharing this universal truth he dug up through his own struggles.
Precisely. Hoping it helps others navigate their own paths. It feels like a very generous impulse behind it.
It really does. So, okay, we've gone through his journey, the context. Let's circle back and really crystallize that core idea after this deep dive.
Let's do it.
That revelation, the one that hit him in the dream. It was that we develop almost organically certain strengths that arise to compensate for our inherent weaknesses.
Right, the compensatory strengths idea.
Yeah, and like we said, it sounds almost too simple, maybe, that a weakness just leads to a strength. What gives it that deeper resonance coming from Mera?
That's a great question, because I think the secret here, as Mera puts it, isn't just about sort of passively accepting our shadows.
Okay, it's not just acceptance then.
Not just acceptance in a passive way. He's explicit. He says the secret isn't in denying our shortcomings or becoming obsessed with being the best at things we were simply not built for. That's not it.
So it's not about denial, and it's not about forcing yourself into a mold you don't fit.
Exactly. The real insight, the real revelation, he says, is in accepting our shadows and learning to truly shine in what we were.
Okay, so acceptance and learning to shine in what you are.
Yes. It's about how that acceptance actually shifts your focus.
Yeah.
It almost compels you, organically, to build completely new skills, new competencies, often in really unexpected areas.
So it's more like a proactive redirection, maybe, not just resignation.
That's a perfect way to put it, proactive redirection. And he uses his own powerful example, right? His stutter.
Which he described as, what was it? A cross to bear.
A cross to bear in private torment for many years. But, and here's the key, it ultimately compelled him, forced him almost, to build alternative bridges to the shores of understanding.
Alternative bridges. I love that phrase.
It's powerful imagery, isn't it?
It really is. It makes you think that what feels like a wall, a barrier, can actually push you to find or even build entirely new paths you might never have even looked for otherwise.
Exactly. You find another way around, or over, or through.
Which shows the immense value here. This deep dive offers a really fresh, kind of empowering way to look at challenges at potential. So, thinking about that, what does this all mean for you listening now as you reflect on your own journey?
Well, if we connect this back to the bigger picture, Mera himself notes in the text that while this whole idea, weakness leading to strength, while it may sound rather self-evident.
Like we discussed.
I assure you, he says, it is anything but.
Interesting. So why isn't it self-evident, do you think, according to him?
Because I think true acceptance of our burdens, the kind he's talking about, not denial, not fighting it in the wrong way, that's the hard part. And that's what often unlocks these compensatory strengths. It's the active process, the navigating of the challenge, that forges something new.
So the struggle itself becomes the forge.
Precisely. So maybe a final thought to leave you with, something to ponder. How might the burdens you carry or the challenges you face right now today, how might they be quietly, maybe even without you realizing it yet, building your own unique alternative bridges to the shores of understanding?